So similar to last week, we started this week by just charging our clicker. Last week, we charged it maybe 5-6 times. This week, only 3 or 4. Hi, pretty girl. Ooh. And then we just reviewed the things that we worked on last week. So remember having our puppies follow that food lure. Hi, pretty girl. Yes, good girl. Get it. Pairing that food lure with their name. Darla. Yes, good girl. Darla. Good job, sweetie. Hi. Yeah. And then remember last week how we introduced that hand target? Last week we did it with food in our hand. This week we did it without. Touch. Good girl. So I'm still gonna click and feed her as soon as I feel her nose. Touch. Good girl. You need to lay down to eat that one? It was kind of big, I'm sorry. And then with the hand target, remember that you guys are gonna practice with both hands, right and left. Touch. And then the hand target is a movement exercise. So she was laying down. I asked for that touch and she thankfully got up to follow. Hey, what's this? Touch. Good girl. Oh, yes, you're a good girl. Ready? Get it. Sit. Good girl. So last week we used food to lure our puppies into that nice SIT position. This week I am asking for a sit or using the lure by itself with no food in my hand. Okay. But I'm still, again, going to click and feed her as soon as her butt hits the ground and those 2 front paws are on the ground. What is that? It's a camera. Darla. Puppy, puppy. It's okay. Yeah, good girl. What? Was it weird seeing your reflection in the camera? Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, I promise. Yeah. Okay, ready? Out of the treat pouch, ma'am. Good girl. So the new behavior that we learned this week was the down. And as you could see, she's doing that very well. I'm putting that piece of food right in front of her nose, getting her attached, and then I'm slowly lowering it to the ground. That way she follows it all the way down. As soon as her butt hits the ground and her elbows hit the ground, that's when I'm going to click and feed her. And then while she's staying in this nice down, I am going to come in with cookies to hopefully keep her there. And then I will release her after 2 or 3 cookies. Okay. Good girl. Sit. Good job. So by using that release cookie, it's resetting her where I'm able to ask for that sit again and then get her into the down. Down. Good girl. Again, a few pieces of cookie just right in front of her paws to hopefully reinforce her staying in that down position. Okay. Good girl. Here. Ready? Get it. Darla. Yes, good girl. And then we'll occasionally throw those get it cookies to reset her and have the opportunity to call her name. If you guys are playing this at home, that can be called the flying cookie game. So I'm tossing a cookie behind her, and then as soon as she's done eating, I'll call her name. That way, as soon as she turns towards me, I'll click and feed her. Hi, Pretty girl. Hi. Want to show off your mat skills? Yeah. Yes, you are very sweet. Okay, ready? Get it. What's this, huh? There you go. Good job. So remember last week we started step 1 to the mat. This week I warmed her up with step 1, but then we moved right into step 2. Step 2 is going to be where we keep the mat stationary. Okay, and I release her from the mat. My goal is that she is going to then come back to the mat and get into either a sit or a down, which as you can see, Darla is already getting herself right into that down. And then similar to what we did earlier with her down, I'm going to come in with 2-3 more pieces of cookie while she's still in that position. Okay. And then I'll release her in a different direction. Oh, what a good girl. Sorry, I broke that one up. Good girl. Okay. Place. Good job. Good girl. Okay. Place. So now while practicing this here, I am calling it place. You guys are welcome to continue calling it that, or you can change it up and call it go to your mat, go to bed, whatever you really want to pick for this one. Okay. Good girl. Hi, pretty girl. Hi. Hi. Yes, you're doing very great. Okay, good girl. Do you have a cookie in your beard? You have a cookie in your beard. Ready? Kennel. Good girl. You didn't even eat it. Good girl. Here. So this week we started working on the crate. Okay. Just having the puppies practice going in and out of it, being comfortable with us closing the door. And then we really practiced on the puppies waiting in the crate for us to release them. Kennel. Good girl. It's in there. Yeah, good girl. There you go. Good job. And I will say Sue has been practicing with the crates with the puppies, and they are already doing very well with this. They go into the kennel nicely. So to release the puppies, I'm going to open the gate but have food ready. Immediately, I'm going to put that food in front of the puppy's face and then lure them, release them out of the kennel. Okay. Good girl. Kennel. Good job. You're missing the food. I put it right in front of you. Good job. And then when I close the door, I will drop in some cookies for her. Maybe 2 or 3 pieces. Right there, babe. Good job. And then we'll practice releasing her. Okay. Kennel. Good job. Okay. And next week we'll get some distance and duration in the kennel. Good girl. Yeah, you're such a good girl. All right, babe. Let's move that out of the way. Get some of our gear and the chicken. Hi, Lobby. Hi. Hi, pretty girl. I know, it's the brush. It's okay. What's this? Yes, good girl. So for our handling this week, we did the same thing we did last week, except we added some duration to the handling. So when I'm picking up the paws, I'm counting in my head to at least 3 or 5, and then I'm gonna click and give her that piece of food. I'm still gonna keep her attached and distracted with the food while I'm handling the different body parts. Yes, good girl. Here. Good job. So remember last week we handled all 4 paws. We practiced lifting up their tail. Good job. We also practiced flipping back the ears. This week I'm flipping back the ear and then just giving it a little bit of a massage as if maybe she needed an ear swab or an ear cleaning. Yes, good girl. Yeah, you're so pretty. Good girl. Yes. There you go. I still practice looking in their mouths. Yes, good job. Good job, good job. Kind of parting the fur back to get a look in the eyes. This one, you're really just getting them used to your fingers being up in their face. Yes, good girl. I know. Ready? And then the restraint where I have food in front of her and kind of giving some pressure under her belly. And just, again, we're adding some time to this. Yes, good girl. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. You can lay down. So this week with the brush, we started off with the flat side of the brush just to get them used to something touching them in this motion. I practiced on her back, up at her head, her face. As well as under her chin and her neck. Good girl. You know what's happening up there. And then this week we did switch to the bristle side. So for that, food in front of her face, she's licking it. I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 strokes with the bristles. Good girl. I know. And she looked back to see, oh, what are you doing? But she went back to eating the food. I know. Good job. Oh, it's okay. Good girl. Yeah. Okay, one more and then we're done. And same thing under the neck. Just get her used to the touch of the bristles. Where you going? Where you going, pretty girl? Your people want to see you, not me. Yeah, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Good girl. Good girl. Can we just do one more thing? Yeah, good job. Okay. So then the new thing for this week was introducing the nail trimmers. Now this week I did not trim any nails. I just, I'm bringing the nail trimmers to each paw to get her used to an object like that approaching the paw. And I am applying a small amount of pressure just so she feels the touch of the clippers. Yes, good girl. So practice that all 4 paws, and then you can have the clippers kind of out to the side, picking up a paw and kind of parting the fur back to get the nail isolated so you can see it and know where you're going to be trimming.